Hey guys, welcome back to I slammed my hand. Hey guys, welcome back to another mixed media challenge. I am Ophelia. Thank you guys so much for playing along with us today. Today what I thought our challenge would be is to find something in your art studio that's been lost. Something that you've not pulled out and played with in a long time. As I was looking around for this challenge, it dawned on me that there are several things in my studio that I just haven't played with in forever. And these were things that maybe you can relate. They were things that I just honestly had to have when I found them. One being, I pulled out my Neocolors. And I always tell anybody this story that for me, when I first started and I saw these guys, I knew I wanted them because everybody else had them. And I thought, well, my gosh, I would do so many things with these Neocolors. So I went all out and I bought myself the ginormous 126 set, which was so much money. But I saved my pennies and saved my pennies. And I even had them delivered to the store so that I could go over and pick them up. And when they got there, I went to the store, picked them up, got them in my car. And then it hit me like, who am I to have such expensive crayons? But I still wanted them. So I buckled them in. I took them home. The whole time I'm driving home, it's like, who am I to have such expensive crayons? So when I got home, I took the set out and I literally took the set, sat it on the shelf in my studio because I felt that they were too expensive to play with. The problem is they sat on the shelf. My son had a friend over to play one day, and yep, I'm into stories. I'm sorry, but my son had a friend over to play one day, and I was downstairs and I could hear them upstairs playing in his room, and which his room is across the hall from my studio. And so I was like, oh wow, they're playing, it's fine. I was doing some things down, but then they kept, like, their laughter kept growing. And so I thought, well, let me go check things out. I started going upstairs and I could hear things like and they would crack up laughing, and I was like, what in the world? And as I got like halfway up the stairs, my heart sank, and I rounded the corner, and it was like a crayon palooza where they had snapped every crayon I had, and like they were throwing them and snapping them and throwing them and cracking up laughing. And my whole point of that entire story is use the things that you have, or someone else will use them. He used them. They weren't in the way that the crayons were designed to be used, but they totally used them and had a good time using them. I never got to use them because I felt that they were too precious to use. So I encourage you to find things in your studio that have been lost or you've been kind of holding on to because it is too precious. The same way that those crayons were for me. Now, of course, I never went back and got the bigger $300 set, but I found these to play with, as well as while I was digging, I found some rubber stamps that I've not used in a long time. So I'm going to play around with these guys today and just kind of make a mess and have some fun. So I hope you guys will join me with this challenge, and let's get started. I am going to take some acrylic paint, and I'm still using my same Lukas paints here. My colors are white, Indian yellow, Carmine. If you have any questions about the supplies, they're all listed in the comments below. So just feel free to play along. I'm just going to start with some white and some pink. And I just started on this background that I kind of had going. This challenge is going to be a twofold challenge in that it is items that are lost as well as found objects. And by found, I mean literally yesterday I found a fortune cookie that I want to use. So it's lost and found objects that we're going to kind of play around with today. So because I'm going to introduce my crayons next and I don't want these colors to mix around, I am going to dry this up pretty quickly. And I'll be right back. Okay, so now that that's dry, let's take these crayons. And I think I'm going to start with, yeah, let's just do it. What I like about these crayons and what I was initially drawn to is the fact that they just blend, and you can kind of just make marks with them and color in an area, and then it becomes, it's water soluble. So it's just adding a different element. Yeah, let's just leave that to our page. And I can remember when I saw these, I immediately thought, oh my gosh, I have to have these, and I'm gonna do some really cool things with them. And then I never really got to use them. Just want to see what happens. Okay, not really sure where this is going, but we're going to keep going. I'm going to dry this up and I'll be right back. All right, I think I found some stencils too in my studio while I was looking around. So let's just see what I can do with these guys. This is literally like sequin waste that I found that, gosh, I used to use ages ago. So let's just see here. And I'm just using a makeup sponge thing jammer. Is thing jammer a word? Sorry. And okay, I'm gonna let this dry and I'll be right back. Ooh, I just kind of thought of something. So I'm gonna sit that over for just a second, and I'm gonna take some dictionary pages because I think that's how I want to use my stamps. But before, I think I want to put some color on these, and I'm just gonna use my same what do you call these, inks that I've just put into spray bottles, and I'm just gonna kind of spray a background or add some color to it, I should say. And add some water. And I'm going to let these dry while I'm still working on this so that I can use my stamps to put some words on these. So I'm going to move these out of the way so that they can dry, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I am going to, I think now that this is dried up a bit, I want to add a little bit more of a color. Yep, it's down now, so I can't really change my mind. And crayons. All right, I'm going to let this dry up and I'll be right back. We're just doing a lot of... So, that's dried up. I think I want to put a little bit more color back down here. Sure. Maybe a stencil. Sure. Let's do that. Alrighty. While that's drying, I'm gonna try this. Doing a lot. If you guys find 3 seconds of footage in this disaster, somebody's getting a promotion. And everything's glowing. Still have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna put, that's why I'm drying so much. The struggle. Oh God, this is horrible. I'm all sweaty and junk. I got no time for all this drying mess. We gotta hurry it up. It's almost time for lunch. Alrighty. I am going to, because I want to do some writing, but then I also want to like change it up so that it's not just writing, but I can have some stamps and some writing. And now that I'm looking at this, I think I also want to add some more yellow-ish, so that, hey, yeah, let's just cover that all up. Too far. Okay. Oh. Alrighty. I'm going to sit that off while I stamp these, and I think, because this had been sitting in my studio, let's just hope that all the letters are still here. And we need an N. What do I want to say? Yep, see, today you get to watch me struggle along. I think I want to use this piece of paper that I just like randomly painted on. Yeah, because remember, fingers were stuck. We did say this was kind of playing around with objects that you find. So clean off your desk and find some old papers that you can glue down. And I think what would happen if I did that? my liking. All right, I'm gonna let that dry while I play over here. Okay, now I'm just stalling. Let's get back to this. Let's go. No words are coming.
Maybe this is the lost and found. Like you're lost.
That,
And you will find your
see,
way.
I'm gonna find my way at about 4:30. You guys can go on home now. Tired of watching yet? Wait.
We can start singing that hymn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cause I told you I didn't have any ideas. You thought I was joking. So I'm just gonna keep on putting paint down until somebody cuts that camera off. It's stuck again. We'll do this. See, I forgot to hold my breath. idea. Leave it alone, Ophelia. Okay, yep, and can't do it. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching today. Yeah, I struggled, and you honestly got to see the entire process. What I think is helpful from all of this is, it is a process. It definitely is. You gathering your supplies and just getting things stuck on your hand. Gathering your supplies, getting yourself to your studio and creating something. It doesn't matter what. It does not have to be a beautiful work of art every single time, but I encourage you to show up. So grab something that's lost. Grab something that you found. Found objects from your desk. Struggle with it. Play with it. Go back to it. Take a coffee break. But come back and show us everything that you've created. Thank you so much for joining us. And remember, all the supplies that I used are linked in the comments below. Thanks so much for playing, and have a great rest of your day. Bye. Okay, wait a second. What are we? I'm confused.
That means we're doing it.
Okay.
It means I didn't have the audio going. 'Cause I was
This
trying
is
to
perfect
get
because we're not going to
social
talk
media
to
stuff.
me anyway. We're okay.
No, we need you.
Take 7, 4, 3.
Lost and found 112.